Hey there, wonderful creative friend. Welcome back to my channel. I am Tamara Laporte from Willowing Arts, and I am excited. I am excited because I have a little idea for a new little series, a new little art series on my channel here on YouTube. I might be sharing it on Facebook as well. But I'm excited about this new series. It's going to be called Finish a Journal. And really, it's kind of a challenge to myself because, oh my goodness, I have a bad habit of not finishing my journals. I start journals well before the previous one is finished. And so I have a variety of journals that are all pretty much kind of half finished. And they are left with unfinished sketches or half finished pages. I have pages where we've got one side of the page done, but nothing on the other side. And recently I was on holiday and I was dreamingly thinking, wouldn't it be so nice if I had one journal or two or even more, which are fully finished and with pages that I actually like? Because there are also quite a few pages in my journals that I don't actually like. And I thought, you know what? I could even take this opportunity to challenge myself, finish my journals, but also finish them in a way that I actually am fully happy with the entire book. Now, I think this is going to take me some time. And so, you know what? I thought, this is going to be fun. I like the challenge. Let's do it. And let's run it as a series on my YouTube channel or on Facebook as well. So that's what we're going to be doing. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I hope you'll join me on this journey. The first episode here is about an hour long. And I hope to do the minimum of one video a month, if not more. I'm going to strive for, let's say, 2 a month. And if I can, I'll do more. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this very first episode of Finish a Journal, and I will see you again on the next episode. Lots of creative hugs. Bye-bye! Hello and welcome everyone. Hi there. Welcome to the first session, my first session of Finish a Journal with me, Tamara Laporte. Hello, yay! Many of you know that I am an avid journaler, art journaler, but maybe less of you know that I have a bad habit of not finishing journals in the way I actually would enjoy. I have a tendency to skip pages, make half pages and don't finish them, do sketches that I don't like, and then I move on to the next page. And you know what? This is actually a valid way of keeping an art journal. There is no one way that one should keep an art journal. It's really just up to you and what you enjoy. And what I realized the other day was, so here's just a little stack of just some of my current journals. I have many more. As I realized that I don't finish my journals, and like I said, I just skip pages, and sometimes there are pages in there that I don't like and I don't fix them or I don't redo them. And I suddenly thought, you know what, wouldn't it be so cool if I challenged myself to finish my art journals? Now, I'm going to just start with the one and see how I go, and then I thought I'd share them with you guys here on my YouTube channel and maybe on Facebook as well. So now, and the other thing I was told by some people recently was that whenever I go through my journals, I don't. They felt that I wasn't stopping like long enough on my pages so that I could have a good look at them. So my flip throughs are a little bit. I don't. They weren't actually on flip-through videos, but they enjoyed the idea of doing some slightly more slower flip-throughs. So I thought I could do a flip-through of some of my most recent journals. I won't do all of the ones that you see here, but maybe just the 2 big ones, because I'm thinking of finishing off, maybe I want to focus on finishing these 2 journals. But I thought I could show you briefly some of the smaller ones as well. And then I will show you how I'm going to comment on at least a couple of pages and how and why I don't like them or why they're not finished, and what I'm planning on doing to get them finished. So yeah, I want to do that. And also the good people over at Arteza Arts have sent me some new goodies. I'm so lucky. When you do my job, you get to send all sorts of new free things. I have been sent these amazing new color pencils. So look at this. I'm like, da-da! You should hear like a little harp sound now, don't you? I'll put a harp sound in right now. So they've sent me these beautiful new pencils And they're colour pencils, not water soluble. And I enjoy using colour pencils for shading a lot. And look, they come, there's 3 layers. This is the 72. Is it 72? I think so. I think it's 72, so they come in 3 layers. Look at that. Look at how amazing. Oh, it's rainbow fun. It's rainbow joy, everyone. Look. So I'm planning on using a couple of these pencils. The pencils that I enjoy using the most, brand-wise normally, are Prismacolor. And I also use Faber-Castell as well. This is Supracolor, which is by Caran d'Ache, and then I also use, like I said, Luminance and Faber-Castell. I can't. Oh, hang on. And also Derwent. So I'm quite a bit of a pencil addict. This is Luminance. Luminance, Prismacolor, this is Supracolor, and Luminance is by Caran d'Ache as well. I'm sure I've got Faber-Castell ones. Oh yeah, here we go. So these are Faber-Castell, they're polychromos, yeah. These are also very cool. And then I have Derwents, but these are water-soluble Derwents, Inktense and those guys. So I love my pencils. And so when Arteza emailed me to say, hey, you want to try some of our supplies again? I was like, yeah, please could I try your pencils? So I'm going to try their pencils today and let you know what I think of them. So, put this one back. So absolutely, I'm very excited about and very grateful for Arteza to send me these pencils, and very excited about trying them out. It is such a delightful experience always to have just rows and rows of pencils and such a beautiful rainbow presentation. Look at this, beautiful. So I'm going to try those out later in my art journal. And I wanted to show you this as well as a complimentary thing they sent me to go with the pencils. They've sent me this awesome pencil case, because I keep my pencils in a pencil, I don't know what that's called. I'll show you an image of that now, or a video of that now. So they stand upright in this pencil holder thing with lots of little holes in them, and then also anything that doesn't fit goes in here. That's currently my way of storing them. So I was really pleased when they said, would you like a pencil case as well? And it's a really nice substantial one. So I have another I wonder where that is. I have another pencil case, which is one of those roll-up ones. I haven't seen that in a while. I'm suddenly realizing, hey, I'm suddenly remembering that. But anyway, some of the pencil cases are not as large as I'd like them to be personally. So the fact that this one is so large is very exciting to me. So it's a really substantial, big case. And look, it comes with several flaps or several layers. And so you can put lots and lots and lots of pencils in here. Basically, they would, so they would just go and slide in between the little elasticated bands here. So that's really, really handy, that I'm very excited about as well. So once I've tried out their pencils, I'm probably going to put them all in this case, and then you have a handy, beautiful space to put them all in. So I particularly like the size of this, I must say. And it feels sturdy and strong. And then it comes with obviously the zip, and then you can safely take them with you wherever you go. And look, nice outer kind of cool art on the outside as well. Okay, so let's do some art journal flip through. Okay, so now before you wonder about this, my journal, my most favorite journal, and I have mentioned this in other videos, but you might be here for the first time, so I'm going to mention it again. So my favorite journal of all time is this journal. They are by Robertson, watercolor. They're called watercolor sketchbooks. Don't go looking for them, because to all of our great sadness is they have discontinued these journals. Why I love them so much is because they've got a particular type of paper in them. It's Waterford and Saunders paper that is my favorite paper, and I like how it's been bound. So it's got a Coptic binding, and I just love the simplicity of the cover. It's sturdy, it's strong. It's my favorite type of journal, and I wish they would continue making them. But alas, so I currently have people ask me as well, have you got any replacement journals? No. So I don't actually. So I haven't really found any journals yet that are easy to buy in England and are of similar quality paper, similar design. So I'm on the lookout. In fact, I'm hoping to produce my own at some point, but it's a bit of a faffy, complicated-ish event and issue. So I'm currently still working on my existing journals, and that's why actually it's pretty good that I'm going to challenge myself to fill the pages, because that means I won't start a new journal and I can't start a new journal. Ha ha! But look, I've got, look here, you can even see these. I mean, this one is very new. That one is nice and clean and still available. The rest is quite filled up, but still not filled up. And so this journal, these little ones are basically these big ones cut in half. You see what they did? And these have also been discontinued, so sadly. Okay, so let me show you. So these are my most up-to-date current ones that I've been working in. Probably, I would say, in the last year. The year when did I do? No, probably 2 years actually. Yeah, they may have been in use for about 2 years now, because this is from my course She Blooms in Ink. So I think these have been going for 2 years roughly. And I'm still, look, and like I said, this book is not finished. Not because I didn't do art. I did do art, but I just didn't do it in this journal. Like typical, I did it in a new journal. This one is a newer journal, you see. So this is the most up-to-date one that I'm currently working in. So let's first look through this one. And I'll show you the pages that haven't been finished or I don't like, and that I will be working on. What I want to do, my aim is to fill these 2 journals at least, and maybe more, but we're going to start with the 2. Fill them up to an extent that I like all the pages, and all the pages are pretty much covered, or they somehow have something on them. That's my challenge. That's my aim. Okay. And I'm not going to tell you how quick I'll do it. I'm not challenging myself to do it within a month or whatever. I'm just gonna. That's my overall aim. So whenever I work in a journal, I have to work in these 2 journals, and it has to sort of fill up or redo a page that I don't like. Okay. So this page, I use this journal for my course She Blooms in Ink, and this is, by the way, available if you're interested in these type of portraits with florals. So that's on my website. And I did quite a bit of the lessons in this journal. So I think this one actually this was a time-lapsed one for a summit, but this one is part of the course. And I'm happy with this. So basically, okay, so I'm happy with this spread. Lovely, like it, love it. I'm happy with this spread. Lovely, like it, good. And it's kind of the 2 pages belong, it's a spread, it works. This was also for She Blooms in Ink. This was a bonus. I like it, it's a little cat girl. This was also for She Blooms in Ink with a tilted up kind of face. I like it. This is cool. I'm all happy with these first four spreads. I'm happy. Oh, even the first 5. Now, this could do with a little bit more, but I'm fairly okay with calling this sort of finished, because it could be just, having some white space, but it could do with maybe a couple more flowers. But mostly I feel like I can call this finished. This was not for, I didn't do this for my, for the course, I don't think. I just had this, I don't know, just for myself. Once in a while I do things for myself. So this was me trying to do a similar style face in an acrylic, with acrylics mostly, I think. So these are done in water-based, like water-soluble, like crayons and inks and watercolor paints, and then because I'm really trying and experimenting with painterly styles, I wanted to try and do something similar but with acrylics, and I think it came out. I quite like it. This is not like my favorite type of spread in the book, but I don't feel like I need to go over it and change it. I could add a bit more maybe to this side. For instance, I'm not super thrilled about the color scheme here, for instance, but I would accept it as a spread that I don't need to fix or change. So I'm doing quite well in this book, I have to say. The first several pages, not too bad. And this one, even 6, 7, I love this one so much. I think I did this on my YouTube channel when I did an unboxing for Jane's supplies. And this is some of her, that's her, these are some of her, what are they called? Those sticky things that you rub-ons, that's the word. Rub-on. Okay, let's see what comes next. Okay, here we go. So here is one of the first sort of spreads that are sometimes what I do is I make pages and I just make them singularly. And then often what happens is I don't do anything on the other page. And that's something I want to start fixing. So this is fine. I love this little page. It's a quick kind of face and a lot of writing and I like it. But now this needs to be filled up. So this is a page I can work on at some point. Cool. Now, then this is what happens. You see, so sometimes I make sketches and I don't like the face. I really don't like this face. I still don't like it. And I get so annoyed by how I drew the sketch that I just go, no. And I move on. And look, and then other things like that happen. So this is interesting. We're now getting into the area where things are starting to either be unfinished or completely not done at all. So here I could redo the face if I wanted to do a face. Obviously I could do something else, but I'm very obviously quite a face focused person. Could redo the face, I could rub it out, and I haven't done that before because rubbing it out is sometimes just, you're still going to have lines left over and it's just not so, it's not a clean page and I don't like that. But I'm going to challenge myself, right? So I will have to do something with this page eventually. This is also interesting. So clearly I started on this page, I started on this face, I sketched it, I thought, yeah, fine, I started on it and then lost complete interest in it. And I'm still not super excited about it. But what I could do is try and work on it and try and improve it. And I don't know if you can see on this side here, there is a faint face sketch here. Do you see that? Yeah, and that I didn't like it again. Rubbed it out, and then I drew a kind of a nude, a body here. I think it was based on a Picasso one or something. I don't know. I tried to. I like to try do nudes and things, but I'm not very experienced in that. So then I'll try, and then I lose interest quickly, or I'm not happy with what it looks like, or something. And so this is a completely unfinished spread that I'm gonna have to, but I'm challenging myself to work with at some point. So I can either like try and really work with this nude. It's not a bad nude, I don't think, but it was just like meh, a bit meh. But I could maybe kind of, play with that and try some other nudes maybe on the page, and maybe some littler ones or something to add to it. I don't know. But the other thing that I wanted to say or comment on is that I don't tend to necessarily make the two pages connect like I do obviously in these spreads when they're all clearly it's one. This is one thing, right? This is one page, and same with all those. They're all meant, they're very deliberately and intentionally two spreads. But when like for instance here, I might decide that, okay, I've done that page as its own thing, and maybe on this page I want to do an insect or something completely, a building or another face, but it's not in the same color scheme. Or I can decide to, and I've done that, I've been starting to do that in this one, because I'll show you that quickly in the new one. I might do something abstract, because I also like to try out abstracts. On the other side of the page. So for instance here, now these are not connected, these colors by the way, but I had done only this page and there's nothing here, and I really wanted to experiment with abstract, so I just ended up doing something abstract, but not in the same, not really in the complementary colors, but so they're really separate, but still I've quite liked how they went together. And then I thought, oh, let me do something like that, but then on another page. So here, that one was also its own page, and then I thought I'm going to do something abstract here, and I tried to do that in slightly more of a color connection, but not really, because, I mean, yeah, it's just got the reds and the oranges, but it needs to have much more yellow for it to kind of become, I suppose, really kind of a connecting page. But this is a way of dealing with the empty pages like that one. So I could do maybe an abstract on this side, in blues and whites and pinks or something. That would be quite interesting to see, or in violets or something like that. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, so where were we? Okay, so this page I want to fix. And look, if I don't like either of these pages at all, I could just gesso over it all or collage over it all and do something abstract or something else. That's all fine. But I often feel stopped by this sort of stuff. I'm like, oh, I don't know how to fix it. I just do anything and I'm excited, or I don't have much time. So that's why I think I move on. But I would love to have one journal or two at least where I like all the pages, like where I feel like, oh yeah, and I've done that and it's finished, and the book feels like a finished book. Cool. So this one I'm happy with. I like this actually a lot. I like that there are all these like little paint marks here. I think I was just mixing it up. And this is a painterly page, a painterly face where I painted only in acrylics. Is that right? Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I may have drawn the hearts on the face with some pencil, but that's it. I like her a lot actually. Then here we go, another just sketch that I found a bit meh. I don't mind it, but I'm like, So it's the problem for me, or problem is, if I do a sketch and I don't have a connection with the face, I just can't even, I don't want to, I sometimes will erase and then redo it, and then suddenly I find I'm happy. But sometimes I just have to leave them and move on. But I now have to challenge myself to do something with this page. Cool. Same thing. I'm happy with this. I like that I don't mind that this is untouched. Because it's clear that it's part of the same spread. I could, do tiny little doodles here, but I feel like this is a fairly nicely done spread. This interesting here. What I've done here is I did do mostly acrylics, but then also used pencil to shade. I don't know if you see that. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. So this one is an interesting one. I did this one once when I was away on holiday, and I really quite like this design with the little crow. I don't do crows a lot. But and even here, the little birdies. This is a little bit empty, but also is quite fun. Like what I like is this, again, feels like a whole, and I enjoy how I kind of made the colors reflect in, like, so the magenta is her hair, and the blue and the blue in the top, and then that's in the background. I quite like this. That you could do loads more to this should you want to, but I quite like it as it is. So this would be, I would consider this sort of finished. Okay, another one where there's one side but nothing done here. So I could just use this. I could do another bug, maybe that'd be quite nice. Or I could do a girl with a bug. Sometimes I do these bug girls. They sound worse than they are. They're nice. like a bee girl or something. And then same here, look, you see, I skip the pages on the left. So here's a little town. I love my little houses. I could do more houses. It would be really nice if I did more houses here, right? Either in the same color scheme or a different one, and then it connects. However, it doesn't have to connect. I could do a bug here, or I could do an apple here. It doesn't have to, but it'd be quite nice if it did. Maybe do a butterfly here. It'd be quite nice. Okay, another sketch that I didn't connect with. This one might be more fixable. As in, I don't mind her, and I quite like how the hair goes, and I could do a bit more with this at some point. Oh, I like this a lot. I love this one, actually. I like how the lyrics are here, and yeah, I like her. So this is cool. This is cool bananas. Oh, love this. So this is, again, my painterly thing, and I did a cool thing here. I don't know if you can see this, but that's what you can do with acrylics really nicely. So this is a layer of acrylics, and then I scraped into the wet paint, and under there was yellow. I think I had done big hair and I didn't like it, so I went over it and then I scraped into it, and I quite like the effect. So yeah, I'm really happy. I like this spread a lot. And another unfinished sketch here. Again, I got all these in this book. I have a lot of sketched faces that I don't like or don't have a connection with. So I'm going to challenge myself to just redraw them a bit or adjust them. All right, this was an interesting one. I remember drawing her, not liking her, or did I do this as an example of a quick sketch? I can't remember now, but I actually quite like how she came out in the end. But this is not finished to me. So this is one where I could maybe do a bit more work, like either do another face here, but look, you see, there was something happening here. I don't know what I'd done, but I'd scribbled on here. I think I maybe this was a live session. I may have done this as a live on Facebook. And because you don't have the amount of, I have maybe 2 hours. So I did everything possibly more quickly. I can't remember, but also I don't know why this is here. Like, this is gesso over some scribbling. So this is a page that isn't, this is a spread that isn't finished. I do like her though, but this spread isn't finished. And so I want to do more to this page. Again, another bug. Why I didn't just do why didn't I do all these bugs together? You wonder. I agree. I could have done that one next to this and it would have been perfect. Or next to the other bug. Where's the other bug? Did I do another bug? I did a bug. I went through a series of. Oh, I didn't do another bug. Oh, okay. No, okay. I went through a phase of doing loads of bugs. Also for Art for Earth. Oh, here's another bug. So here we go. Here we have an interesting combination of, oh, I think I tried to work in oils here. Was this the oil attempt? I can't remember now. Yeah, or no, maybe. This is not a nice spread to me, as in, I would have so loved if I'd done these bugs together, right? And this, I think this is oils. I'm not sure now. What is it? Can't remember. So here I was trying to do another painterly face. Don't like it at all. So I would want to redo this. I would either want to work on this, like as in over this face, do a completely new face, gesso over it, or do something, obviously done something with it. I wouldn't mind it entirely if I had just, let's say if I liked this face and the shading and everything next to this bug, I wouldn't mind, but I quite like it if there is a bit of a connection, even if it's just color scheme. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's all your own personal choices, right? So this definitely I don't like. This is great, but I wish it was next to this bug. I think also I like working on this side of the page more than that side of the page. I think that's, as you can see on all, because I'm right-handed, I don't know if that's where you have the bias, but look, you see all of my faces all ended up on this side. You see that? Because it's easier for me to work, I suppose, on that side. Look, all of them are on the left, right. Let's see if there's any pages where I did a face on the left. It's quite interesting. Oh, the psychology of it. Here, I did that one there, but I wasn't happy with it. Interesting, right? Okay, so here I started the face on the left, but mostly they're all on the right, and even when I put them on the right, even if if I make them sort of, I don't know, left, if I do like a 3/4 that is facing that way, still put it on the right then. Interesting. So I'm very kind of biased towards the right. See, even here, because although that would have been, okay. So that's an interesting observation. Now, where was I? Here. Oh yeah, this one is clearly not finished. So remember this page. So I don't like this one, and I got really irritated with this face. And I don't know how I would continue or fix this, but that's another one. So here, this face I love a lot, but it just didn't get anything done here. This one for me is a lovely spread, and it's fine. This I don't like at all. This was again another painterly approach. Just don't like her face. It's just how it is. So I have to work on it. Again, interesting. Like I just did a flower randomly. I think I saw a beautiful picture and thought, let me try and do a flower. But then nothing else. So I love this in and of itself, but I could do more. Need to do more. There was another sketch that went awry. Oh, this is a sketch that I really like, but it was done purely and only in color pencil. I like it though, but it's not finished to me, so I don't know what else to do with this, but I will try and do more with it. And then this is the last spread, and this is one of my favorite spreads that I've ever done. So, cool. So here's the flip through of the first one. And let's do the other one. I won't go through all my other journals because it's a bit much, and I want to do some art. Okay, so this is my most up-to-date journal. So it's the first spread. I like it. Could do a little bit more here, but I'm pretty happy. Again, this is clearly going over 2 pages, and so it could just be kind of a minimalist type spread. Like it. I've done a YouTube video for this. This one I like a lot as well, similar to the flower girls that I've done before. However, I got a couple of more things maybe here, maybe a flower or something, could do with a little bit more, but I'm pretty happy with this. Oh yeah, I did this while I was in France, so I really liked how she came out a little, but I kind of got lost, bored. So I did a bit of a kind of quirkier, different head shape, so she's a very unusual, quirky character. And I liked that I added a bit of a body. She seemed like a waitress, like I had this little, as if she was walking around doing waitressy stuff. But I lost interest and connection with it, but I quite like, perhaps working on this a bit more. Okay. This, I really don't like this one. So I don't mind it entirely, but I don't know. Don't really like it. I don't know how I would fix this as in either. I don't know if I just have to gesso over this entire face or maybe work on it more, refine it more. That might work. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, I like this so much. It's so sweet and so cute, and it needs more, right? So this little thing on its own I love, but I haven't done anything else. So I could work, maybe I can add some more cute, maybe more foxes or something more animals. I liked how I done this. She's like a flower herself. That's cool, but it just needs more. Oh, I really like this one, actually. This is one of my favorite paintings as well. I really enjoy this face. And I did painterly, but I did painterly with watercolor. What I mean by painterly is just rougher brush strokes, rougher segments, not a lot of refinement. I really enjoy that style. But this could do with more, but I quite like it on its own. Although I could do, other little doodly things, not sure. But as it stands, I would accept this as a finished spread. Okay. This is a guaca, one of the most sweetest, cutest Australian animals ever. I was in France when I did these, and whenever I'm on holiday, it's always a little bit more higgledy-piggledy, not quite, because I don't have my lighting and everything's a bit different. I like the guaca. I'm not a huge fan of her. Her eyes are a bit off. I think it's all right. I wouldn't I wouldn't like go over this, but I'm not like a big fan. I might put some colors that I used here behind her, so there's a bit of a connection, but that's it. Okay, here is an unfinished girl that I actually really quite like. I quite like the concept. I don't know what happened, but I just lost interest and want to do something else. So I could simply finish this page. It would be quite cool. Here, some sketches. Elliot said, "Can you draw me, Mummy?" So I tried to draw him. And this is another sketch of a full-bodied character that I kind of lost interest in again. And then I just let it go. Now I'm gonna have to do something with it all. Don't know about, I'm not really big on realism, so whenever someone says draw me, I'm like, meh, but I like doing it because of his Elliot. So I might erase this because I don't know if I want to actually make it into a painting. Okay, yeah, these I like a lot. So these I also did in France. Actually, I was trying to do scribbly, painterly, messiness, and I used a lot of crayons and a bit of charcoal pencils and just get expressive faces going. And this is I love this combination of the spread. It's perfect to me. And then I wanted to do more of those, and the rest that's coming are not ones that I like. So these they're okay. This one is not too bad. I don't mind them, but I wanted to basically do more of this. And I think the style's cool, but I don't like the facial types or the facial expressions. This one's not too bad. That one I don't like. And then I did another one, and I didn't like that one either. Here I was trying to do another nude. Once in a while you can see that, oh, she's trying to do a nude. So I don't like this one that much either. So with this one I don't know, I could just work on this a bit more and go in with acrylics and really kind of, figure out how to make the faces so that I like them. Maybe. I could also leave these. These I don't mind them that much, but I'm not a big fan. But I could do with a bit more background stuff or something like that. So don't know. This one I really don't like. This is obviously not finished, so I don't know what I would do with this spread, but I'm gonna have to think of something at some point. Okay. Here I sketched a violin playing foxy doggy type thing. Quite like it, but I don't know, was a bit meh, didn't feel it that day, and I haven't come back to it because I haven't felt like doing anything with it, although I like the concept a lot. So I could attempt at some point to work on this and add something here and maybe another instrument playing animal. That'd be quite fun. Something like that. Oh, look. And then I wanted to do, I had a thing about the violin. And then I tried to let a girl play the violin, but I struggled with the hand. And then wasn't that big a fan of her face. And again, so I lost interest in the sketch. Didn't do anything with it. Ooh. Now, I had actually did this one, I don't know when, a while back, and I really liked how this came out. And then only a little bit later, as part of my challenge to finish pages, actually, but I have filmed this. I filmed this, I added a sister there, and I really like her. So I like this combination spreads. So this would be, I kind of pretty much would consider it finished. I mean, I could do a bit more to it, but mostly I'm happy with this combo. Oh, it's a cute bear. I love him, but we need something there. Whoops. So I'm gonna do something there at some point. I quite like him. It's a quirky bear. See, again here, now I'm going to do something on one page, but not on the other side. I like this as well, this combination of two characters lovingly embracing. Nice. Could do a bit with the background a bit more with the background, but the faces I'm quite like. Oh, this is... this. I tried to do this with ballpoint pen. I don't know, I was so annoyed with this page, with this face. So it would be cool to see how I could just work with this. Maybe I can add acrylics and really try it. It's going to be really quite an interesting challenge to kind of fix things like this. Okay, this I really like, but we need something on that side. But I like this a lot. I like the kind of really white versus bluey kind of contrast on her face. And then, oh yeah, I showed you this earlier. So this was a page on its own for a very long time. And then I told myself, let's try and finish some pages. And I was away. I can't remember. Oh yeah, I was in Cornwall. That was quite recent. And so I started adding just abstract kind of pages to the other side. And I quite like this combination. It's quite nice. Same for this one. So I was in Cornwall and I had this page. Actually, in fact, this face was only half done, and I did this thing that I challenged myself. I said, come on, do more with it. And I actually quite like how it's come out now. It's still not one of my favorite faces, but I'm quite liking how it came out. And then I did this as an abstract side, and yeah, quite like this spread, even though the colors are not quite matching. Okay, I like this. Did this when I was in Brighton, I remember. And I'm happy with this page, but now I need to do something here. Okay, that's cool. That's easier. I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones as well. Favorite spreads. Now this does obviously go over into the second spread, but I would love, so I find, okay, I could accept it as a finished spread, but I feel like I could do more, a little bit something on this side, and it could be extra faces, or it could be just color, something abstract, or a couple of doodles or something like that. So I might do that at some point. Oh yeah, and then I did this page in Cornwall and ended up also adding a giraffe in there. And I like this page a lot. I don't like this page so much. I quite like it, but I don't know. I feel like the spots on this giraffe, this is a bit confusing, I think. I feel like, I don't know, I need to think about this, but I'm happy to accept this as a spread, but I'm not like a super fan of this page, sadly. Because I love the idea of the giraffe and doing something interesting with the spots, but I feel like it's too loud, I don't know, too distracting somehow. Well, this really works for me, this elephant page, if you see this on its own. I really like this, and I like the color scheme, and I like the little swallows, and it's a bit different. Oh yeah, I don't like this face at all. I tried really hard to like her. I tried really hard to work on her. I'm annoyed with this face. I have no idea how to fix it. I don't like her. Sorry girly. So I'm gonna have to either gesso over it or do whatever. Don't like it, don't like it. Oh, a soul and lone quirky bird. What is going on here? Yeah, so I could work on this. I mean, look, I've got some, I actually like him. I remember doing this one and go, oh, so annoying, he doesn't work, he's not working in the way I want him to. But I actually quite like him. So I could just continue working on this quirky bird and do something on this side of the page, even though I've got some of the paint coming into here, and it's going to be a difficult one to get rid of. I'll figure it out. Ooh, sketches. This is a bear sketch that I didn't quite like, and this is a bird sketch that I didn't quite like. I don't know if it's picking up. The camera's picking up. Oh yeah, here I did a quick sketch of a face. I actually don't mind this sketch. No, like not really like not liking it like some of this other stuff. But I wasn't like super inspired by this sketch either. So again, I moved on. Now I have to challenge myself to do something with it. This face I actually really like. Very nice. It's like this is a Painterly only done with acrylics. I really like her face. But I could do with more something else, background. So I need to just add more to it. So to me this doesn't feel finished. But I like her face a lot. Oh yeah, and then I did this. I like her. I like this a lot. This was my attempt at doing something nature foresty that I don't do a lot. As you know, I'm more of a face person. But I liked how this came out. I saw an image somewhere of this sort of forest that had a little path that went to this light area, and I wanted to try and achieve something similar, and I felt I did it quite well. So I might do more of these kind of foresty things. I quite like that. Now on this face, I like her face, but it's not finished. I don't know if I just didn't have the time to finish it or what was going on, but it's not finished. It just needs to be finished. It's not that I'm anti this face at all. I quite like it. Okay, and now, and this is the end of the book, and this has not been, these are when I did my life books hole punch for that, where I was binding it. I actually like this as a part of my, I could include this of a page as part of a page. Anyway, sorry. So this is the end of this book. This spread hasn't been touched yet, but every other page has been touched. You see, so there are no proper blank pages anymore. But there's several pages that aren't. There are single ones, but no spreads, and there are pages like this that I like to try and work on it. But I don't know. So enough to try and like finish or work on and do something with and make it into something that I really like. So let's get started. What shall I do? Well, I actually have thought about this beforehand. So what I realize also that I don't tend to do my journals because they're often they're quicker. They tend to be quicker spreads, and I don't like when I work on a single page where I'm doing 16 by 12. I will take more time, I might have more time, and really bring in things like collage or brayering or doing much more layering. Well, a lot of these, I mean, there's definitely layering there, but I tend to work only with like crayons, Tombows, pens, and maybe a bit of acrylics. I don't tend to do collage. I don't tend to do a lot of like maybe line work stuff, unless it's the happy houses maybe. So I thought I could challenge myself today to maybe do a bit of a paint over collage or a collage something. Where was I going to put it? And I thought, oh no, was it in the other? Oh, it might be in this one. So I thought I'd work in this one today. And what I want to do as a main one is I want to do one page where I'm doing a full something, like here. So I want to work on this page here, and I have this cool vintage photo of a lady. I thought if I glue this down here, I can work over it. And why I've chosen this is because the color scheme worked a bit. But I might not stick with this color scheme. But I thought we could do a bit of a paint over collage. And I might bring in some other collage as well to make it a bit interesting. And then what I might do as well in this part of this section is kind of play around with a couple of like these unfinished things. Maybe I work a bit on this, or I redo this horrible face or something, or something like that. So I'll do one full thing, and maybe I'll work in the other journal, or maybe I'll work on this nude, something like that, so that we have. So I work on a bit, and I work a bit on a full thing, and also partially on some other bits that like where pages are not finished. So we can do that today, and then for my next episode, I'll do another kind of like one extra page, and work on other elements that I feel I could do with some more. Need some more attention. All right, and then as a reminder, I will be working with some of the Arteza pencils, and that's it, I think. Okay, well, so thank you for watching this flip through and my thoughts on all these pages, and for watching the rest of this video. So that will be working hopefully on this, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. And I'm going to be working actually. I'll be using clear gesso, by the way, if you're wondering. I mean, I'll put up what I'm using throughout the video. So if you enjoy my session today, do consider joining some of my classes. I am on www.willowing.org, where I run many classes, including a year-long mixed media art course called Life Book. And you can still join it. It's still available to join now. You are not too late to join, and it would be lovely to see you there. I also really enjoy sharing my life and my artwork on Instagram. So I'd love for you to join my Instagram. You can find it on www.instagram.com/willowing. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this, and hope to see you around. Much love. Thank you.